ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Welcome back to another World of Tanks replay with your host, GreatTaz. Now let's get this show on the road in 3, 2, 1, roll out. Hello everyone, GreatTaz here once again with another World of Tanks replay. We're going to be watching myself once again, and I'm going to be playing the Jumbo. More commonly known, well, it's more commonly known as the Jumbo, but the nomenclature or the vehicle identification number was the M4A3 E2. Now, the Jumbo was in the real life was a bunker buster Sherman. It was a Sherman with 105mm howitzer on it, a very thick turreted armor, and a very thick frontal armor. In World of the Tanks, it still can have the 105 howitzer. It can still have its original turret, and it still does have some decent frontal armor. The big difference between this and that is they gave it the ability to put on the Easy 8's turret and the 76mm that you can also put on the Easy 8. So basically you can turn the Jumbo into a much slower, more heavily frontal armored version of the Easy 8. So they'll have the same turret with the same armor profile and the same 76mm gun with the same basically ammo count, and that's really where everything between the two stops. The big difference is the frontal armor of the Jumbo is there's much more of it. It's a thicker plate. It's not spaced armor. And the simple fact that it's slower. Pretty much, that's what you got. So, here, as you can see, I went right towards the middle. This is on Pearl River, and it is on encounter mode. With me, is what I did is I went up to the middle, and I waited a couple seconds to see if anyone came up. No one came up, so I tried to move around the corner. I was spotted, not sure where I was originally spotted from whatsoever. Then as I came around here, I was spotted by the RBFM, the M10 here, the French Wolverine. Alright, it is a premium tank, and I basically just start shooting in there. Now, going to type of tank, this is a tier 6 medium, and this tank is, ooh, look, a Lee. Well, good night, Lee, because your little 75mm gun is not going to do anything, and you're just going to die. So, back to what I was saying. The Jumbo was once in the tech tree in the tier 6 position, right next to the Easy 8. What Wargaming did way back is they narrowed down the amount of tanks that were in the tech tree towards the lower tiers. Now, some places, some nations had 5 or 6 like tier 3s and 4s, and they had a lot. So they decided and thought, well, this is a bad type of deal because of the simple fact that there's so many choices and new players don't know what to play. And they were trying to narrow down and make it easier for new players to move forward. But instead of getting rid of the tanks and removing the tanks from the game, like they have done with a few, that would be the E100, the Waffenträger E100, the grill thing that took the grill's place, which they completely removed from the game. And they didn't do like they did with other tanks, like the Foch 155, replace it, or the Super Conqueror and replace the whatever the tier 10 at the time was. They didn't replace it with another tank. What they did is they actually put them into what they call collector's tanks. Collector's tanks are able to be gotten as soon as you research a tank of said nation of equal tier. So if you wanted the Jumbo, all you would have to do is get to a tier 6, research a tier 6 tank, and bam, it is open. The difference between reward tanks and premium tanks than our collector's tanks is collector tanks earn the same amount of XP, the same amount of crew experience and the same amount of cred is its same tier counterparts. So the Jumbo here earns the same amount of credits as the so-called Easy 8. So they're the same. The repairs are a little different. The ammo, if you're using the same ammo and the same turret, but the repair costs are a little bit different. So there's a little bit differences here and here, but you'll earn the same amount of credits and stuff like that. So on the other side of that is you have to also research all the modules on the tank, and you can research field mods. Now, back to the thing, as you back to the battle, as you can see there, I was doing a bunch of things. I took out the M10, the French Wolverine, I call it, the RBM, and that was because I spotted him. He got shot by someone, and then he took another shot, and we killed it. As you can see here, I am now fighting the SU-100Y. And as you notice, what I'm doing is I am aiming particularly right for that track wheel. I take him out. He already repaired once. Now he's pretty much mine just to decimate. There's nothing that he can do. He's just going to die. And if you can get into a position where you get a slow turning tank destroyer, like so, to do just what I did, that is your best bet. So overall, as you can see there, it was a pretty quick battle, and I rambled through a lot of it. But as you can see, I took out the M10 RBFM. I took out the Lee, and then I came down here and I started beating on the T1 Heavy from behind, and then I came over across the way and I tried to shoot the Cromwell, I believe it was, and then I came over here and actually finally took out the SU-100Y. Overall, it was a really good fight, and I really don't think, if I remember correctly, I didn't take a point of damage, which is superior. Now, I am slowly working. When I had the 105 on this tank, as you can see here, I only had like 35 Mark of Excellence because the 105 is a howitzer and it shoots HE or heat rounds. And the round trajectory is slow, so they lob. So you can miss a lot of targets. But since also Wargaming nerfed the hell out of HE, and it doesn't pen like it used to, and it doesn't do the amount of damage, you can't get the damage real well. So I went with this because I was getting tired of lobbing, not getting a lot of damage, and sitting at 35% Mark of Excellence. And about 10 to 20 battles after doing that, I'm sitting at 61.71. So I am trying to get my marks of excellence on my Jumbo. Am I using gold? Only if I come up against like tier 8s or a tank that I know I'm going to have a hard time penning. But generally I don't. So that was the battle. Let's go ahead and take our happy behinds on over and go see wattrecords.com to see how I did. Let's do it. Alright folks, and here we are at wattrecords.com. First thing you're going to notice is this is a Class 2 badge. That Class 2 badge comes from the 931 base experience. So you notice here, we got Fighter for destroying 4 or 5 vehicles in a battle. I got 4 of them, as you can see over here. I got Fire for effect, again, one of the easiest things to do. And also I got Bruiser for damaging enemy vehicles, modules, or crew members at least 5 times in one battle. I had a total of 7 crits. Alright, as you can see, this is also a 6,430 WN8 game. And as we were in the team score, you can also see I did 1,967 overall damage. Now overall, I was second overall in damage. The only person that beat me was the Jackson, and they did get high caliber. Again, the Jackson was probably in a better position. I couldn't tell you, I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy ranting and raving. It's a really good battle for the Jackson overall too, and he probably is pretty close to an ace. That's at least a first class badge. Alright, so the shots fired, I fired 22 shots. I only missed 1 shot, so that is a literally 95% hit ratio with my Jumbo. Only 18 of them did penetrate. It happens sometimes. You know, you get an unlucky bounce. As you can see there, I got 1,967, as I said, and pretty much 1,987, only 20 more than 1,000 less. That was from 300 meters. I did receive 1 shot, but it was a non-penetrating shot, so I didn't take any damage. I blocked 115 damage with my armor, so that's good. I spotted one enemy vehicle. Believe that was, it would have been the M10 RBFM. I thought I also did delete, but I guess not. I damaged 5 and I destroyed 4, 174 in assistance, and I traveled almost 2 kilometers. It was just over a 5-minute battle. It's a little quick for me when it comes to battles. Again, I kind of like pushing more to 7.5 to 12-minute battles. It makes the battles a little more interesting than having these really quick, super fast 5-minute battles. I did earn without, I wasn't running boosters, and with a premium count, I did earn 34 for 24. I only spent 2,112 because I only apply my regular ammo because, one, I was top tier. So there was no sense in using premium ammo. As you've seen, I went up against Elite. Elite is a tier 4. There's no way in hell he was going to survive. I mean, he may have got 1 or 2 shots off, but it was going to be, unless he was HE, I thought he was going to be penning. So I did overall come out with 32,312. As you can see down here, my experience was 1,396 from my premium account. It was a ×2 of the day, so 2793 overall experience. And overall, the experience of the battle, it was a good one. I enjoyed it. I didn't really expect to walk all over the enemy. And the whole week of playing this is during the time of the Battle Pass Season 10, Chapter 4. A lot of people are out playing Tier 6s, trying to get their last points, quote unquote, and stuff like that. So in turn, I was doing the same thing with some of my Tier 6s, and I really didn't, it was, most of the battles were either being ruffle stomped or doing the ruffle stomping. As you can see there, my team ruffle stomped. Overall, a good battle. I do think that Wargaming needs to tweak the matchmaking on the North American server a little bit. Way too many. It's either hit or miss. You don't generally get those really good battles where it's, literally close all the way through. It's either one side gets 5 kills within the first 3 minutes and then totally wipes the rest of the team within the next 6-7 minutes, or it's Team A completely wipes everybody and don't lose a tank. There's a lot. But overall, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did it, there are 2 ways to tell me that you did. First off, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and scroll right down below and click like. Also, if you don't want to really think the video, blah, 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 but you think it was a good battle, if you go to the link in the description, it'll take you to this page right here. You will possibly have to sign in. If you scroll up there, you see my name right here. There'll be a login right here. And all you're going to do is use your Wargaming credentials and the server that you are on. And basically, it'll allow you to log in. And then you can come back to the link, and there'll be a thumbs up right here or a thumbs down. You can go ahead and click that. If you think there's anything I missed in this battle, or a comment you want to tell me about, or something you think about when it comes to this battle, or anything else in general, go ahead and while you're done clicking that like on this video, you can go ahead and comment. There's a second way to comment right here on this page over here. There's also a comment section down below. So go ahead and take your time and comment in one of the 2 places. Either or will do. Now, if you're not subscribed and you are enjoying my content, which I hope you really are, make sure you click that subscription button. And if you want to get notifications for everything that I upload onto this channel, make sure you click that notification bell, changing it from personalized to all to get notifications for all videos that I upload. Well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, it's time for me to get out of here. I rambled all the way through the battle, through the 5-minute battle, and I rambled a little bit afterwards. But I'm out of here. This is GreatTaz saying, maybe I'll see you on the battlefield.